Hey guys, here it's Yugi Tuner here with the infamous CJ Krause, multiple YCS and national topper. He debuted at YCS Atlanta. He's here today playing Prophecy. He's gonna show us our deck list. Harpie, or Harpie rather.
Yeah, like you played Prophecy.
I played Prophecy and I scrubbed out.
Yeah, I got busted last day 2, but the deck played well. I changed a few things, but I think I made the right call for the event. It's just Yu-Gi-Oh happened, and nothing I could have prevented happened. The deck played perfect. I just think this is one of the best decks in the format because it's so hard to decide against, and the matchups are good across the board. So I'm gonna explain what I ran now.
Okay.
Standard monsters, 3 channels.
Just a reminder, there's 10 minutes remaining in the 3
Hi judges. Hey guys. All right. So 3 channelers, the summoner monk in the deck, lets you go into everything you need. Yeah. 3 Harpie queens, the big beater of the deck. She gets my field spell. She's also just a normal monster pretty much, but it's a giant normal monster. This guy does not shut up. The actual normal monsters of the deck are my... Let's start over. Alright. 2 Cyber Harpie Ladies because it's big, and I ran 1 Harpie Lady 1. I hate this card. Please, someone tell me why this is good. I was told by everyone to run it. I started out every game because it was just horrible. I
loved when they played that against me because then I just go overwork.
But it's not.
Bam.
But it's not big enough. It's just like I want to plop an 18 on the board, even though I don't know a field spell. Like I guess it's good for an OTK with Harpie Hysteric Party or whatever. But like you need like 4 Harpies engraved for that. If you already have 4 Harpies engraved and you Hysteric Party, you won either way. So like I will drop this card the second this tournament's over. Like 3 dancers. Some people play 2. I like 3. I like dancing on back rows, popping everything, let everything go through. You also do some cute plays. Like I did this. Pitch random thing, summon dancer, bounce dancer, summon swing for damage.
Anthony Gabriel.
But
Sergio Vergara.
Yes. The discard terrible fucking draw, but the queens are good revival. Yeah. It's pretty good. It's a not draw. One's up for us. I love and hate this card because it can win games, it can lose games. I
love that card.
Well, I hate it because it's not a wind. There's games I want to make Chidori, and it's just floating on my board, and I can't do it, so I have to like make something else. It's just more an annoyance sometimes. Like I wish I could play more of these guys, but they haven't made any more yet. So, and the stupid things is the Harpie Ladies in deck too. Thunder King, because this card's broken. This card's overpowered.
That card's really good this format.
It's just overpowered. Like you just summon this guy, and you're just ahead of the duel. Because it requires your opponent to waste 2 cards on it almost every time it starts summoning, or waste a power card. So I'm always okay with that, and then I start busting through back rows. I also played 2 hand traps, effect veilers, because there's so many power cards going second, and you need to have answers.
I saw a lot of players that weren't main decking any hand traps.
I mean, I don't think Max C is good, but you're going second, you need a Veiler or Bear, or like stop a Prophecy play, or if you Veiler Chandler, it's really strong, because they're going to pop all your back rows. Or Veiling in the middle of a hieratic combo, or Veiling a Teus even right now because the water deck is like watered down, not watered down, but it's just not. Veiler gets there. That's all it really is. I don't think I didn't decide this card out once. The only deck that's really bad against Boojins, I didn't get to play one, but that's the only deck I decided out against. So.
You didn't get to play against Boojins?
I did not. I wish I did. That's such an easy matchup. The deck sucks. Like you just side deck properly and not be dumb. All right, the spells. 3 super awesome MST field spells. This card is what gets the deck there sometimes. That card,
explain the importance of this card.
I mean, you just play it. The pump's kind of cute. I did some plays to get in the pump so I can like, deal with Fire Fist. But the second you summon guys, like you can have a board and you have this card Dancer and they got a full field of backwards. You like summon pop your back, bounce it, pop something else, like summon the Chandler, so get your search off with 2 pops. It's really good. Also, like Hysteric Sign, a lot of times I'm going first. I go for, if I have a field spell, I play the field spell, summon a Harpie, pop it, get the 3 searches. A lot of people don't do that. They'll like hold it and expect your opponent to do something. I don't know. I just think this card needs to go as fast as possible so you open it. Also, something really fun to do is any Harpie card whatsoever, and this card, you make Draco Stack turn 1, and you pop the sign and get a bunch of searches. I did that like 3 times, and no one like saw it come. They're like, "Why are you wasting your card? You just pop this, and you have a Draco Stack and token, and a bunch of searches."
That's actually very good.
It's a really good play. 2 dualities. I was worried about not drawing monsters. This card did good. I'm dropping them though because it just didn't do enough. There's other cards I'd rather be playing in the main. This was just filler because I couldn't think of anything else to play. So it's not bad, but like I want to play different cards. I can't fit it in. Elegant Egotist. Special on the Harpie from deck. Really good when you're behind. It searches it. I don't know why not to play one. It's really good.
You only play one?
You only need one because this brings back from grave.
Okay.
So if you ever really need it, you'll just be like sign, bring it back from grave. Don't play more than one because this thing just keeps reviving it. Book's good. Dark Soul good. People are dropping these. Don't do it. It's a trap. Actually, they're spells, but whatever.
It's a trap. It's a trap spell.
It does good things. Don't drop cards. They're that good. All right. Now to the traps. Play Fiendish Chain because Fiendish Chain blocks out everything that beats you.
Okay. So you recommend 3 over 2?
I don't know. Against Harpies, it's garbage unless you're playing Harpies. Because in the Harpie mirror, you sat out your hunting grounds, so this becomes really relevant. But against Harpies, this card's completely irrelevant.
Okay.
So like, it's a tough call. I like 3 because it beats almost everything right now. But I can see people playing 2. But in Harpies, you play 3. Because the second game 2 happens, this card gets sided out, and you just play the back row war and play beatdown war. Like, the Harpie mirror match is like a lot of like stun battles, and it gets there. 2 parties, because I'm an idiot, I should have played 3. Again, I was scared. I hadn't played in a long time, so like I was worried about my numbers overdrawing this card. Like I draw 2 in my open hand, I can't do anything without Harpie cards. Because this deck does miss Harpie cards a lot, so I decided to play the dualities. So, because I wanted to see sign faster to pop it. But, I mean, that worked once, but I'd rather have a third of stick so I can draw it mid-game. So that was my fault. Sorry guys, call me bad, I don't care. 2 Mirror Force, because more back row, stop attacks. Nobody really expects it right now, no one expects 2 either. But I want to play all the back row in this deck. I'm always a fan of back row. 1 Icarus, because people tell me to play more than 1, but a lot of times I don't have floating Harpies on the board. The second I get the Harpies on board, I want to use them. Yeah. It's more also the dodge Veiler with Chandler, so I get 2 pops, especially on the Harpie from deck, like a Dancer, and get more like get the game going. Or like again, if Dancer gets summoned, they like decide to play Torrential, I can pop the rest of the back row and then have a plus. Yeah, that happened to me during a tournament. 1 Torrential because it's good, 1 Bottomless because it's good, Compulse because it's really good, and Warning because it's really good. These are just staples, play them. Compulse I can see arguably, but I like the card right now. And Harpies. I'll go to Extra Deck. Extra Deck. Dracosac. Master Blades. This card's really good if you know how to play it versus the 4-axis that plays card D. Because they can't get over this guy if he's in defense. He chills there. By the way, guys, if you're going first and you get the Dracosac combo, put this in defense. You do not want to get arced. I've seen people get arced, they put their Dracosac in attack mode, they just steal this shit. And it's not fun. Because half the time this card doesn't even attack. I barely use this thing for attacking. I just kind of plop it in defense and start popping backwards to get plus. And then by the time it does attack, it's out of stuff anyways. Big Eye, really good card today. I was in an arc battle. Like I stole his card. He arced my guy, so I Big Eyed his arc. He made a second arc, and then I made my arc. So we were arc warring, and then Big Eye wins the arc war because I don't play 1 arc. 2 Chidori, the best extra card I have. This card's stupid. I locked out a Prophecy player, sending back his World, and sending back his Priestess. It took me 2 of them, then sending back his Field Spell. Like, he was just locked out. I was so behind that this card just locked him out for a few turns to let me catch up. 0 fine. I play 1. Everyone's telling me to play 2, but I made this guy once and he got bottomless. That was the one time I made him. That card's so good though. I didn't play anything that's relevant against. Like, he's good, but like, there's nothing that's relevant right now against. Like, there's nothing I really need to shut off that like, freaking, where is he? This guy can't do. This guy does the same thing. This guy just clears the board though. Like half the time when I could have made him, I made him instead. This guy also is really ridiculous. This card's broken. This card's stupid as shit. Okay, and by the way, its name is Exciton Knight, not Excision Knight, like I've been saying. Call him what you want. Anywho, call him what you want. Call him what you want. Call him the freaking Rotron crack. But no, I did twice today. I had a Hysteric Sign set or a Hysteric Sign floating on the board, and I made next time, blew up the whole board and got 3 searches. Like, this card's ridiculous. So like almost every time I would make this, I made this instead. Like I said, I made this once and got bottomless. Queen Dragon. There's a lot of plays with this card. You can Hysteric. Chandler pitch the dragon if you draw it, revive it back, float it on the board. Or if you have the Elegant Egotist, you can make the Dracosac. No, that's good. So you can, like, if you have the card, you pitch, get another Harpie on board. Elegant Egotist, get the Harpie. Exceed the one that's not Chandler. Queen Dragon, revive the dragon. It's a way to play out of the drawn dragon, pretty much. And it just floats there sometimes. Diamond Direwolf, never made it today, but I know how good it is because you can have a bunch of heart. I played a Hysteric Party twice, so I mean I didn't really get to use the card very much. I'm not that good at Yu-Gi-Oh to draw it all the time, but yeah, you can start blowing up the cards that have problem cards. It's really good just to have in the extra deck. Dweller, didn't get to make it, didn't play Marmels. Roach, didn't get to make it, didn't play Hieratics. I played a lot of Fire Fist and a lot of Prophecy. And like Gear, and there's so many decks in this format, you can't plan for all of them. Arc, like I said, Arc Battles, Cards of Stones. This is everything Maestroke wanted to be and more. This card, made it once to attack for game. It's alright. I could do without it probably, but everyone told me to run it. I might drop it. I don't know. This card's really dumb, but like, people play Mirror Force more and they just get blown out by that. But like, if you're ever at 2,000, I can blow you out for a free game with a Chandler and an Egotist. Cowboy, because it's Cowboy. Made it once.
I lost that bitch today.
Well, I mean, I didn't.
Yesterday,
it got Fiendish chained, but then it set up my party, so I was still fine. And this is the best card. Not the best card, the second best card. I'm actually next to Chidori and Dracosack, third. This card did so much work yesterday. Everyone told me not to run it, but like, I would use it to like, the first time I would just dump the Zephyros, bounce like a Fiendish chain that's floating, and get a Zephyros on board. Or like bounce a Hysteric Party that's floating, so I use the same Hysteric Party twice in one duel. Or game 2, I'll show you my side deck, why this card's really good game 2. Or you just put like a Chandler on board when you have some, when it floats for the second turn. Usually just dump the, you only make it to dump the Zephyros, so you hate drawing that thing. That's my extra. Here's the side. 1 Dyna. Again, didn't play Hieratics. Sided 1. 3 MSTs. I'm putting 1 in the main board because this card doesn't get there all the time. They'll get rid of it really fast. So I need like an MST to stop their field spells or like just clear some backer every now and then.
This is the last call. If you are not in the line in the next 30 seconds for registration for 3 versus 3.
Okay, I just got there. I would play 1 in the main, 2 in the side. I wouldn't make like more than 1 right now. This card does do a lot of work, but I like the 3. I like that. 2 mistakes, Prophecy, really good card. Really, really good versus Bujins. Really good versus Prophecy. I sometimes sided in versus the card debuild of Firefist if I'm going first only. Because once they resolve a Tenki, this card's stupid and pointless. But if you're going first, I'd side it in. 2 Blackhorn. Oh, that's not Blackhorn. There you are. 2 Blackhorn. I was almost siding Chaos Trap Hole, but this card has relevance in the mirror, which not a lot of cards do. Because again, you side out Hunting Grounds in the mirror, so it's all about a battle of a big monster. So they're an XYZ. I used it versus Constellars yesterday, and it was really good. 2 debunks. Mermails are a really bad matchup. Not bad, but like annoying as crap. Because I don't really think Mermails are that great personally. But Pat's doing well with them. But it's really good. Also really good with Bujins. Blows out Bujins. I like 2 debunks in this deck. The hand traps hurt me a lot. So like a Veiler on my guy, it's a relevant card on the whole duel. 2 Lightbreathing Mirrors, Hieratics, Constellars, Hunder, whatever light deck I want to play. Again, it blew up my Constellar matchup. Soul Drain for the zombies or Mermails, obviously. Curse Steel.
Explain this card for me.
Okay, this card's really good, but I didn't draw it all day. But if you hit it versus like a Prophecy, you win on any of their cards, or versus the Firefist on their Tenki, and you can pitch the sign for it. So like, in the perfect world, it works out that way. I really do like this card on the side. I wouldn't drop it. I just like I said, I never drew it. I wouldn't side more than 1 because it's just a blowout. But what happens with it? Also, even if this deck hits an MST with this, it's still really good because MST is the card that beats this deck. Like you have to MST my field spell, and then I have to like play like a bunch of normal monsters to try to beat you. But like if you hit an MST with this, you're so far ahead because you know your party's safe. You know all these things. You have to the dust to beat it. So I like the 1-of.
Just to clarify, this card negates the activation of a spell card, and then your opponent cannot activate a card of the same name anymore during that duel. Yeah, so that card's really good.
This card's spell, but like usually you have like a Hysteric sign in your hand, or if you set the sign, you can add back the Egotist to make sure you have the spell. So it's really easy to know you have a spell in hand. Or you have like extra Harpie, or like the 3 Queens, you have extra Hunting Grounds just floating in your hand. So like, it's never really dead. Like I said, I never drew it though. Skill Prisoner. By far the MVP of my side deck yesterday, because I played 4 Firefist, 3 Firefist, a good amount of Firefist. This card says when a monster is targeted, when a card is targeted, monster, I don't know. It's target 1 card. When a card is targeted, sorry, I don't know exactly what it is. I protected my monster with it. But if they target a card with a monster effect, you negate it. So if they try to bear, or they try to arc, so it can set up a lot of boards. Also, when it's in your graveyard, you can do the same thing, but you can't do it in the same turn. So like it comboed really well with Lavalval Chain. Like I set up a board one time where like he had to have bear to beat a Wolf Bark or arc had to arc me to win, and I just Lavalval Chain dumped this, and like he couldn't arc me, so he scooped. Also, I did this to like 3 Veilers today when they're trying to Veiler my Chandler. So this card's really good. Like people think this card's bad. I don't think I've said more than 1 because it works twice and I can get to it through this. So like I get to it really fast. It's not a card I want to like have too many of. It doesn't like give you advantage, but you can use it twice. So it's like it protects your guys. It like plays through the game, so I like it a lot. Really good with Fire Fist. Really good with Fire Fist. Alright, and that's my entire list. And
Okay. So what would be the top 3 MVPs of your deck and why?
This card, that's broken. Yeah, this card resolves, you pretty much win the duel. I have said Chidori, because that card locks draw phases. It's like, I did it versus a Fire Fist, and I cleared his board, arced his guy, partied back 2, swung for a bunch of damage, and got him low enough where I made this guy put back his 10 suit top of deck. It's basically I time sealed him. That's what this card does, it time seals guys. But that, and I have to say Lavalval Chain. Like, this card did so much work because it got my Zephyros when I needed it. So I mean, besides like the standard, like, oh, of course, you know, this card, but these 3 did the most work for me today. I mean, this card resolves. People were telling me to make like magical hats and stuff like that in this deck to make sure this card resolves. But like every time I saw this card, I found a way either by this or by making a Draco sack or they MST it. Like, I don't know, magic hat's really gimmicky, and like not a lot of monsters stay on board until battle phase. Like, battle doesn't happen very often, so like. It's also a really, really bad dead draw. You have to play other cards that are bad, or like main deck this. I don't like this in the main deck versus a lot of decks. So I mean, I made day 2, and I'm happy with the list. I changed a few cards, which would help me out in future tournaments, but I didn't really like, lose anything. I couldn't like, I never felt like I was out of a deck. This deck's like falls behind, but it doesn't like overwhelm people unless you draw the nuts. It's always in the game the entire time, pretty much. All the plays that happened were just Yu-Gi-Oh that happened, but I will definitely change the deck to more events, and I'll be tweaking it and playing it throughout for a while, so yeah.
Okay guys, that's CJ Krause.
It is.
Day 2 of YCS Atlanta. Remember, if you like this video, like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. There will be more pro player interviews, product opening videos, metagame talk, and a lot more other types of videos. So remember, YugiTubers out.